Alright guys, I'm working on this motor, one of my new curb finds. It's a Eureka power line, but it's a hard bag. So far, it's not going too well. I'm just gonna put it back together, because it did sound okay. I vacuumed out any dirt that I could see from here, and I just wiped off and cleaned up the fan, which is actually in fairly decent condition if you compare it to the rest of the machine, which is awful. This seal could probably stand to be replaced. It's pretty dry. In typical direct air fan housing fashion, every one of these was cracked, so I put glue. This one is just completely gone, probably lost in the vacuum somewhere. But these three were all cracked, so I glued them, and hopefully they're still kind of floppy because the glue I used is meant to be like a softer compound. So this is the light bulb design, which hopefully I didn't break anything on it, because if I did, it's going to be a expensive fix. Although I'd be half tempted just to cut this out and splice in a new light bulb harness, because I don't know where to find that shit. Some strings, some hairs of glue. You can see I kind of smeared it all over the place just to kind of reinforce, especially this one was really bad. This foam is okay, but I still put some glue on it anyways. Normally, I would use just a little bit of sealant right here, but I'm not going to in this case in case I ever have to pop it off again, because that sealant kind of makes it harder to get off, and I don't want this to be harder to get off next time I have to, because that just gives it more chances of breaking. But yeah, I couldn't get it apart because something to do with this, and this bolt will not for the life of me loosen up. And this, none of it would loosen. It's all just dirt glued together. You can see how warped it is just from, gosh, I just wish people could take care of their shit properly. It would really be nice. But this is the world we live in. You know, honestly, has anyone ever wonder, like, if it actually takes more effort to be rough on your shit? Like, because to me, it's a lot easier just to be nice to things and, you know, treat them with care, rather than freaking vacuuming up the litter box crumbs with it. And see, this doesn't really want to tighten down evenly. That's why the sealant would probably be a good idea, but surprisingly, that's not very rusty either. I did drop some oil down in there, and hopefully some of it made it into the bearing. The little bit that you can hear is dirt floating around behind the fan, and I couldn't get the fan off, so yeah, the whole process is just kind of a pain in the butt. But we're okay. Okay. This one. Even though this last screw is not going to do anything, I'll still just put it in. See, the motor casing itself is cracking too in some areas. Alright, so motor just put back together. Still have to fix up the brush roll, but you can see just how much, after torquing them down, how much the rest of it just does not want to sit properly. So if anything, it would be worth it just to order a whole new motor with the housing, because this doesn't sound great, and this housing's all shot, so it'd be nice just to get it. It's cheap. Just get a brand new motor, new switch, just get the whole kit. And yeah, this seal is really shot. When I put it back together, I'll put some oil on here, because that'll help revive the seal. But yeah. Look at that. Jeez Louise. And this seal up here is just as bad. Oh, hey, kind of went into place better. Maybe now that it flopped back into place, I should try and just retorque all those. Yeah, that piece was just popped out a little bit, but same with this. Probably gonna have to just maybe smear some silicone right there and try my best just to seal it up for now, because I do want to have this vacuum in my vacuum room. Normally I would be working on this in my vacuum room, but as of right now, it is freezing up there. Because right now I'm on the second floor. Below this is the main floor, and below that is the basement. The basement, main floor, and this floor are heated, but for some reason the original owners did not duct all the way up to the third floor. So there's no heat up there. My sister's room, she's got a little electrical heater, which honestly works better than the furnace. But, yeah. This is just kind of a cheesy design, but... You know, it's it'll work. This machine should end up working again. And the rest of the housing is in good condition. Let's see, what do we get here? 93 is in every date code on this, so I'm wondering if it's a 93, which is fairly old. It's 20-something years old. It does need bags, which unfortunately I don't think I have the bag it takes. So I'll see if I have any bags that I can make work. Might just rub the RTV right here, but we'll see. This is different than the Hoover housings. This kind of goes inside of here. As for the Hoover housings, it's a little bit different, but yeah. You can just see it's just all falling apart. Probably just spread that open and then drop some glue in there or something, or some RTV. So I'm just gonna do everything I can to make this thing somewhat functional. Because when I first ran it, when it was all put together, it sounded just fine, and this light bulb worked. So hopefully this is okay. And there must not be much dirt inside of there. I'm sure there is a bit, but yeah, I mean, I would do the proper refurb if I could get it apart. And I would also fix all these, you guys can't really see them, but there's a lot of micro cracks, and I would just glue them from the inside. But yeah, I mean, might be, no, you really can't. Oh, right there, they look like scratches, but I do believe they are cracks. You guys can't really see them, like right there. That one's a scratch, that like double one, but yeah. Either way, that was just a small little video. Hope you guys enjoyed.